Good day to y'all.
How's everybody going?
So, sorry, it's been a good minute since we did our third episode. We've just been so busy.
Extremely busy trying to get life together, and
We've had a few new developments happen in our life.
need a couple challenges. Not to mention other people that we know going through hard times and trying to help them out.
Yeah.
I think we got a new addition since our last video. This is our little puppy back here, Maisie.
Well, I think she's already been included in our episodes before.
Has it been that long? I can't remember. Sorry it's been so long. We have been extremely busy and climbing and trying to help, our family. And right now we're going to a place called Mackerel Lake. There's some stuff to take care of, and then take the dogs to the park. We got a park we take them to out there all the time. And this is actually a vehicle we got right now, which my cousin and a friend of Jen's helped out with. Before we had a ran down van, and then since then we got another car for Jen, and now we got this one. And so we thought today we would take some time out to go and just journey off a little bit and enjoy our time a little bit, because we're constantly really on the go to do make progress. Because it is a struggle out here.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And so.
But this year so far, by date, we've actually gotten a few steps up from where we were, whether it is financially or more or less, actually it's been with family.
Yeah.
We've gotten to reconnect with some family members that we haven't talked to in years.
That's that's something good we speak about. You share with your dad.
So with my dad, I haven't spoken to him in about 15 years. The last time I seen him, I was 18, trying to get out of there because I had felt like my life was in danger. Because back then, my dad, he just wasn't accepting of who I was and who I was becoming. And for the longest time I thought that I had left because I was angry at him for not accepting me. But it was more, now that I've come to terms with it, it was more that I left because I was hurt and broken, because all I wanted was for him to love and accept me. And then just a couple weeks ago, I have finally gotten the courage to speak to him again. We had a 2.5 hour long conversation over the phone, and I feel better. I feel like I finally have my dad back.
That's cool. Hell yeah. And I've actually had two people in my life. One was my cousin. We had a slight falling out. She's been always real supportive, loving and caring to me. And I just felt like it was like kind of like, I'm not a child, let me let me fall down and make decisions, you know, or don't trick me into something thinking that you're protecting me, you know. So we separated for a couple months, and then you know, I just want to be looked at as more as an individual. I'm not a child no more, and she's still trying to be protected, which I understood. And so
she was just going off about it in not so much of a traditional way, I guess you could say.
Well, I think she was just overly protective, which is, I understand, you know. She had made a promise to my mom, which I understand, you know. But since then, we rekindled, and she helped us get this vehicle right here we got right now. And it was a blessing. We thank her for it. And
it was thanks to her that we are now not only a one-car family, but we are now a two-car family.
Yep. And very appreciative of that. And,
very.
Yep. And love you, Dana.
If you're watching this.
Yeah.
Well, even if you're not watching this, we still love you.
And then the other person was my dad. I had to see my dad one time, and that's probably when I was like 2 years old. My dad's a veteran. He was a Marine. Came back and he kind of had a drinking problem, which separated him from us. And my grandmother recently burned up in her house, and so he reached out to my aunt and asked my aunt if she knew how to get a hold of me, because I'm an only son. And so I kind of held off for a couple days and didn't know what to think about it, you know. Kind of like I didn't know his story or anything about that, for whatever. But, he had every opportunity to get a hold of me as a child, and so I was pretty much on that level, like you had your whole life to get a hold of me. We lived in the same town pretty much all of our life, But so I talked to my aunt, so she was just like, yeah, hey, just reach out and hear him out. So I did, and he was real excited to get to know me, and he liked what he heard, and liked that I crashed a few times, and he still extended his hand to be my friend, which was awesome to me. I thought, man, that's cool. So he'll be coming out, I think, next week to visit, and it'll be our first visit as an adult. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm excited to introduce Jen, and so that was pretty much that. Those have been the two newest events in our life. Jen has gotten acknowledgement from her company she works for.
Yeah, the long, hard work has paid off to where a security company that I work for has acknowledged my, not only my perfect attendance, but also my dependability.
Yeah.
They always know that they can turn to me if they need someone on shift immediately at any given time, even if it's in an unconventional area. I got this little motto that I've held for a few years when it comes to work. It's sun, snow, sleet, or rain, I'll be there.
And I know because I've been there a couple times, and she's been standing out, and out here, as a matter of fact, in Arrow Heights, and the snow and stuff's going sideways, the rain's going sideways, and we had I had to take her out here to work, and she should be posted up out here in the cold and rain, whatever it was, to get her overtime and stuff in. You know, and another thing that we got going on in our life is I'm going back to school here this spring for business.
Yeah.
For you guys that don't know, or you guys might be familiar with some other videos we did, I was injured working for the city. I broke my neck, my shoulder, and my arm, and I've been off work for like 4 years. Been on L9, and it's been a pain. It's been a real pain. Because you have so many. L9 sends you to so many doctors to try to prove that you're lying. I went to so many doctors just to try to prove that I was actually injured the way I said I was injured, or I was injured and my injuries were as detailed. You know, they always try to doubt anything that I told them. They always everything I said. They didn't like when they did my arm. They reset my arm, messed up. And then I kept telling them my shoulder and my neck was hurting, and they just kept putting it off. For like 2 years, and then finally they sent me to a neck specialist, and the doctor showed us the X-rays. And
his neck is totally warped.
Yeah, it was all sitting crooked, and so they sent me to get injections and to get nerve ending shit done, and then before I could even get my shoulder surgery, and my shoulder surgery was dislocated, had a bicep torn away from the muscle, and then my rotor cuff was all tore up, and they made a big deal on that. And then I recovered as good as I did, and then they all wanted to jump on the team like it's because of them, like they did it, you know, like but they didn't want to do it, give me any kind of surgery at first, only on the facts of that I was homeless. They didn't, at the time I was homeless, and they didn't want to give me no surgery at all. No doctor would even touch me because they said it had to do with a successful surgery. And so they were like, no, we don't want to give him a surgery because my arm got infected, and they had to do 2 surgeries on my arm because they sent me right back to work, and I was working at a compost plant where you deal with feces and stuff like that. My arm got infected, and so they made a big old deal like it was my fault. They kept sending me back to work, my arm would get infected, and so now we pay all past that. Now I'm in the vocational part of it. They're going to retrain me. They want to send me back to school and ask me what you want to go to school for, and I have so many opportunities for business. So, and I like business, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's what I plan on doing, is going back to school for business. And because I'd rather be taught how to make the money instead of spend the money, you know. And so that's my goal, because I want to be able to keep revenue in our house, you know. I don't want them to just think that they're just going to give me this settlement because we sued them, and I don't want them to just think that, oh, we're going to give him the settlement and he'll spend all this settlement, and then that'll be that, you know. He's out of our hair, you know. So I want to at least get some education out of it, you know. And if I don't take the education, then when somebody's gone, the money's gone.
Yeah, so that's it for right now.